What's up guys, it's that Panda guy. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a semi-bracket review. I didn't do it the first time around, and I guess it was kind of like a better late than never thing, and I guess I'll look through it and just talk a bit about it. I mean, some of the conflicts have already gone through, so I guess we can just talk a bit about that as we go through here. But it is kind of weird. I was looking at G1, and on it, frankly, I think that H and B just has better odds at winning here, but I was so confused because DHX, right? And I don't know why they did this, but right off the start, they came over to this like side, right? And they went in trying to fight, I guess, H and B in the zone one. And it would make sense if they were like a comparable strength scale here, right? Like they could be able to dominate the field or at least go 1-for-1 on the field. They could and I mean they can hold towers, but it's also like if you can't hold the field, you're gonna get shredded on towers in like whale fights like these when you're getting tower swarmed, when you're getting just utterly dominated on the field. It's extremely hard too because you can't launch counter rallies or anything. And I just didn't see this turning out really well. And I did see a few of the rally reports, and they were trading like I wouldn't say like extremely bad, like it wasn't like 10-1 or something, but they were not trading positive at all on these towers. So I didn't understand it, and it kind of was like, you should be trying to go for a mid fight here. You know what I mean? Like conserving all your energy because I feel like if they want to go for the win here, which I think the win is actually possible, I just think that it's going to be extremely hard to pull it off. But if they wanted to go for a win here, they definitely had to make sure that Jade had their full capability of kind of coming full in here. And I don't know, I think they'll still be able to like kick and stuff up mid. I just think like when you're going for fights like that, you're gonna burn out a lot of players really soon. Even if you're getting returns for round two, it's like the same exact situation kind of happens for gold, but now gold is at a better leverage of sorts on troops and stuff. I will say when it comes down to like allies and stuff, I would say like Crimson's probably the better ally, like strength-wise, right? You have DHX here, obviously, with Save Me and stuff, so being able to have his gear, being able to have him on towers, not to mention just DHX in general on the field and stuff, like that's going to be really nice. You also have ZRS, ZRS is nom 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 nom. They also have like a few other really good players as well, but overall I think that they have like, really good whale power here. And then you look at Azure, who, don't get me wrong, Azure's definitely packing well power. They have ROK, which, to be fair, a lot of ROK's really strong combat powers in H&B right now because of the merger, and I think H&B's at like 25 billion, yeah, almost 26. But a lot of their manpower, and that also includes, obviously garrison captains and stuff, aren't here. So I was thinking like Azure isn't weak, but I don't think they're like as comparable to like Crimson or something. And being able to have Crimson kind of coming up mid is going to be like, I feel like the only factor that could maybe change this, because frankly I'm not trying to like disrespect Jade here, but I don't think SSI is really enough. I mean, I guess they have D&T and stuff, and D&T does have a few monsters here. You have Jessica, I know Tony's here, Shy's here. You also have AK, which, I mean, this is a beast. I'm just not like very familiar with them. They have some really good beasts here, but I just don't think like it's enough to overwhelm them. And I think it really comes down to, at the end of the day, are you able to overwhelm these guys in the field? Because if you're not able to control the field, you're literally at the end of the day just trying to take a beating. You know what I mean? If you're not able to like overwhelm H&B and ROK on the field here, it's going to be extremely hard. And I find it to be really hard for them to kind of do that. I mean, maybe they'll be able to go 1-for-1 for a while, but I feel like the sides that's probably going to get drained out first will be this side. SSI does have like a lot of ferocious fighters. I mean, they are at 17 billion right now, so I don't want to look down on them. I mean, they do actually have a lot of manpower, but I still just find it to be really hard. Like, oh my gosh, those ROK whales do not sleep. I just find this to be a really hard fight to kind of win. I mean, it is doable though. And maybe I'm just being a little bit too skeptical, but that's just kind of my take there. Azure does still have some strong alliances here. I mean, the most notable one for me right now is going to be 147A, but I just don't think they have the gear to kind of hold up. And I think they're really going to need kind of field support from gold in here. I think that's going to be one of the biggest like concerns. I just think that this fight's going to be kind of interesting. I do want to actually see how this turns out at mid. I think I am being a little bit too skeptical, being that there's like a mega merger here, and these guys are, obviously freaking monsters together. But I guess we'll just have to see. You know what I mean? I definitely am I do have more of my what are they called, like the tokens, or I have more stuff on golden winning. I don't know what the freaking word for that is. I will say, like, I was looking earlier through some of the brackets, and some of the bracket fights were interesting, right? Like I was watching G2, and I didn't actually understand what was going on here. Um, because Jade is getting pressured by both Crimson and Azure, and I looked, and I know I'm in like Boon chats and stuff, like I'm in the R4 channel and stuff, but they weren't talking about it, so I didn't actually understand what was going on. But I saw Boon come down here, and I thought, oh, maybe they're gonna help Jade against Azure. Freaking Boon was fighting Jade, so I don't know if there's like a reason that everybody's focused on fighting Jade. Like I don't understand the reasoning. And I mean, obviously Azure is going to end up fighting these guys in phase 2, so it is really confusing. The only guess I can make is maybe Azure wants the level 7. What I'm going to assume is maybe Jade, for example, wanted the level 7 capture, and maybe Azure's like, well, we want the 7 capture or something. Like, that's really the only assumption I can make based off this. And I mean, you see right here, Boone is just waddling through this territory. It is crazy. I don't know what the heck is going on. This is mad. I mean, like I said, even Crimson here, they're just, oh my gosh, feels bad. Like, seriously. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Jade did their best to hold here. You gotta give it to them at least. We'll look at G3 now, though. G3, I didn't like really. I feel like I haven't really checked out G3 much. Actually, this is like probably one of the only reviews that I've done where I didn't really check out the brackets beforehand. Not that much. I mean, this one just looks kind of normal. I mean, you don't really see anybody trying to overextend. You know, one thing I forgot to mention, I feel like this is the first time that we've ever seen in G1 that they fought in phase 1, you know, in tower fights. Like, I've never seen a group do this, and the reason is, like, the only other case that I think a group could have done this was when you had HAO and Azure and they were fighting, I guess, H and B. I think that was like the only case because they had MK there, and I think like his gear would have maybe held up on towers, but even then it's like, you know, I don't think they would have been able to take really good trades since they weren't able to, you know, they wouldn't be able to dominate the field. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of the same situation here. If you're not able to 1-for-1 or, you know, at least have a pretty good field presence, it's really hard. And I mean, in lower brackets, it's a bit different because unlike, you know, G1 or G2 or G3, whatever, you don't have people swarming out rallies like you do see in like G1, right? Because, you know, if I send a counter rally, for example, at a rally hitting my tower, normally they're either going to cancel or that rally is going to get shredded. In G1, there's none of that, right? They just swarm rallies down because they're that strong, and rallies are nothing to them. The healing builds are nothing to them, and it really just matters that, okay, let's drop this rally as fast as possible and just keep the pressure up. You know what I mean? It is kind of crazy. I feel like this bracket review, I might just bop around. I don't even want to do like a legitimate bracket review and just be like, oh, I think this alliance is this strong and this strong. Like, I'm not really trying to do a cohesive view at each group strength. You know, we can maybe do a quick little rundown through a few brackets and check this out. I mean, I guess nothing interesting is really going on. I mean, you see G5, I guess. Maybe they were fighting over here. I mean, it looks like they may be doing 1v1s now, so maybe the fighting kind of calmed down and they're like, all right, you guys won for now. We'll see you guys in mid. Let's do 1v1s now. I will say I was watching G6, and I was definitely looking at this a bit more, right? And you go over here, and I had been going in here because I was actually passing out, I was trying to pass out chests, right? You know, trying to pass out these glory chests, right? Right before reset, like the metro reset. And I had been looking around because, you know, SK and G's here, and some people were getting zeroed near the level 7, and I was so confused what was going on. And apparently, one of the alliances here demolished the towers. They demolished a few towers up here and got a few people zeroed. Like, that is, you know what I mean? And I mean, and they were defending the players pretty well up here, actually. Jade, I was watching it. But the issue is, Jade ended up getting pushed from behind by Crimson, and it is a freaking struggle over here. This is one bracket that I'm kind of enjoying watching, and I'm probably going to enjoy watching at least the fights over here. I don't think it's going to be like a legitimate full fight up mid, because I don't think they have like the manpower to do that. I don't think Azure has the manpower to kind of go up mid here and like field control or anything, or even take like really crazy good tower fights. And I think Jade is just kind of, you know, they're down in alliance. They've already had players get zeroed, and now they're kind of having to go on the offensive to just like saved themselves in zone 1, you know what I mean? Like I'm surprised red hasn't connected. Maybe it's because like the field pressure from these guys is so strong. I mean, I know you got like Levi here, and Levi's an absolute monster, and he's been just going ham on the field. But I don't know, man. G6 is crazy. The drama's crazy. I don't even know. This is absolutely mad. I don't know if there's like any other interesting brackets here. I mean, yeah, I don't really think there's anything else like super interesting. I mean, there's probably in some brackets, but you gotta like kind of search for those, you know what I mean? If you're having any interesting fights, maybe you could drop it in the comment section and tell me. You can be like, yo, Panda, look at this bracket, because I'll give it a little look-see just because, you know, sometimes I'm bored and maybe I just want to watch your bracket or something. Either way, you guys let me know, you know, if you guys enjoyed the video, how you guys feel, right, about this matchmaking. Like, I think G1 is kind of weird for me because there's so many, like, it's so weird now since we had like fight after week after week after week, and I feel like the alliances are like not really as normal as they used to be. I feel like the hype's kind of less exciting kind of around these brackets because it's just like, you know, we're having a fight every week, but obviously, you know, they did put out that patch note where they're like, okay, we're changing that back up. So hopefully we do see that changed up, you know what I mean, and that's fixed a bit. And I can maybe get back to doing some more regular bracket reviews, maybe some more uploading, because I was just like less interested in uploading recently. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll kind of see how this one fares out. I definitely think that this is going to be a hard fight for what's like the faction naming? I know it's like Westwood faction, East Bay faction, but you know, I think it's gonna be hard for this side of the map to kind of pull out a victory here. But like I said, I may just be a little bit too skeptical. I think that I think that Azure, or not Azure, sorry, Crimson going into this corner of the map here early out might have actually did them so much harm. Because I feel like that's such a morale dropper too. Not even just like burning out a ton of resources, burning through a lot of troops, that you might end up needing to kind of sandbag as long as possible up mid. I don't know, man. Like I said, I might just be a little bit skeptical here. So I guess we'll kind of have to see how things turn out. But yeah, you guys give me your thoughts in the comment section. I do appreciate you guys as always for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. And that is it. Peace out.